Hello, hello. Ugh. Move over to the main scene. Here we go. Oh, that's something that I hadn't considered, is that the the chat window preview comes through in the preview window up the top. Okay, I'm going to have to change that. Toggle border, bring it down to like, I don't know, here? That works. No, it doesn't, because then it blocks my art selection. That, sorry, 2 seconds. I know you're saying stuff. Panic. I can have it sit here, I think. There we go. That doesn't block any important functionality. That, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's catch up on messages. Sorry, my bad. I'll explain what's going on in a second. A band or length of rope, which is stretchy and elastic, where you run electricity through it with a negligible power draw, and is inelastic when there's no electricity. Yeah, I mean there are materials like that, right? Where you've got those like memory wires where they're flaccid when they don't have any sort of power current through them, but as soon as you run a current through, they return to the shape that you bent them in to begin with. That's a thing that exists. You have an idea for an engineered polymer that will do that, but you have no idea how to turn that into monies. What do you do? If this is like an actual concept, not like a fictional concept, like if it's not for a writing, but it's for an actual engineering idea, generally speaking, I'd look for a partner who's more knowledgeable in the subject that you'd be able to like co-copyright the idea with. That way you're like the ideas person and they're the like practical person. Hey, loser. Hey, Art. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Your words are powerful enough to make streamers pay. True. Correct. No, I'll explain the panic in a second. You can't stay. Bye, Billy. Have fun at work. Thinking of nitinol, which is temperature based. No, I believe that there is one that's current based. Because I know that some like glider technology uses it. But yes, let me explain my current conundrum. I have, as of this weekend, set up CSP, so Clip Studio Paint, the alternative to Photoshop. I was using Photoshop previously. I've now moved over to CSP. So it's a one-time purchase as opposed to a subscription base. Me gusta. And then also on top of that, it just seems to be a little bit more Illustrator friendly. So I'm quite pleased to have made the CSP. These now. I have been gotten. I've been gotten. Consider me got. And as part of the transfer over, I'm playing around with like stream format changes. So I've mimicked how the layout works with the main part of the stream display. I'm messing around with a little preview window up the top. So this allows me to go for like zoom ins like this, and it shows you in the top left what the overall piece looks like, and then where I am in the overall piece as well. So this is something I'm playing around with. I hadn't considered that my little chat window overlay would be viewable, because I've got a little thing. I've got a little little chat window box thing that keeps me updated as to what chat is doing on my main monitor, so I don't have to look over OBS at all times. And that just so happens to clip with with the preview window. So I've currently got it floating over a couple of my like tool property boxes, but it's probably fine. I'm not currently using those tools. If I do end up having to use all of them, I can always reassess at that point. You've been looking for prior art, as in prior art that you've done? Tell me, Bob. Tell me. So yes, the majority of stream today will just be acclimatizing myself with CSP, just kind of getting comfortable with it, ironing out any problems that I happen to spot with the new overlay, stuff like that. Pretty chill. Prior art means people who have beaten you to the punch on patenting something similar. Right, to see if there's like any crossover so that you can't claim it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now, I've had a think about this piece, and I think I want to change something about it. I think I want to raise this water level higher so that it's sitting higher, like towards the horizon, just so that the perspective looks a little bit more head-on. That way it submerses the viewer a little bit more. And I don't have a problem really with the water looking like a little bit more ambiguous for a little bit further of a depth. So all in all, I reckon it's a winner if I do it. So I'm going to give it a go, see how I feel, and then adapt from there. Okay, so if I want to select a layer, I do this. Control Shift click. Excellent. And then if I want to move that element up, oops, how do I select in the most conventional manner? Operation, object. There we go. It's a little bit messy at first, don't worry about it. You went to doctor? Hooray! I mean, not hooray, you know what I mean. I'm glad you got checked up. Verdict? There's a cut a little below your throat that's causing blood to come up. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Good to hear. I mean, not good to hear. I am glad it's not something more serious. The appearance of blood is always bad. Like 9 out of 10 cases. Coughing up blood specifically can allude to like really terrible things. So I'm glad you did get it checked. It's wasted in the sense that it wasn't more serious, but it wasn't wasted in the sense that you need to be certain of these things. Because in this particular case, yeah, it wasn't something serious. But if it was something serious, which it very likely could have been, you want to get these things checked. True. I'm glad to hear that you're okay. Glad to hear you're okay. Okay. Speaking of surgery, let's get rid of this section for now, just because we're going to be shifting quite a bit. You don't want to work today? Well, but you're currently... have you run out of sick hours? Ah, frick. Grab this top layer. M for lasso is something that will take a while to acclimatize to. Okay, let's set that there. Then this layer here, the suborder, we're in object select, so we can just shift that up. Smooth that out. Not that we're not going to change that in a second anyway. Switch back to this layer. You're still sick, but except for the blood things, visually wrong, and you can't go sacrificing sick hours. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, sorry about that, bud. Hopefully recovery speeds up and not going to feel it as much. Ah, curses. I admitted it. Oops. What breaking layer is that? Water render. Yeah. What are you doing down there? Okay. Still a little bit messy. But I'm liking that perspective a little bit more. With the stretch out to the horizon not being as deep, it gives the impression that you're submerged in the water a little bit deeper, which is excellent. Start getting used to that brush looking like that. Okay, that is looking better. I just need to clean up the hairline now. How's our weekend? How's our weekend? I got to touch rocks, which was awesome. I even managed to, on my rock touching venture, beat a climb that I really wanted to last time, that I absolutely failed at. Completely struggled, didn't make it work. But this time, however, I even made up a little. It's pretty impressive. Prepare yourselves. A little illustration for what the climb looked like. So, you ready? So, Here's something I prepared earlier. If you have a look over on the left, you start the climb by I didn't do a very good job. There are like a couple of large discs, like disc rocks on the wall that are basically stapled flat. So you need to curl your fingers around the edges of discs for the starting hold. Then you hook your right foot up using your heel onto a plate over here. Oops. Over on the right. Once you have your heel in, you step up onto the plate and you make a lunge from this starting position over to the right with your right hand. And then, as depicted, you're kind of dangling upside down on the wall, suspended. And then when you're there, you then need to reach up with your right hand to a rock on the corner here. Then you need to match your second hand onto that rock as well and do like a little shimmy business and free your right hand. And then when dangling from one hand and your feet on this plate over here, you need to like wrench with your left arm and do like a heroic superhero lunge up to an ending rock up the top right. It was full on. Really, really, really cool. Perfectly understood? Yeah. Of course. They actually hire me to illustrate teaching aids in classroom settings. They're like, the children are just not understanding our lessons. And I go, never fear. Mahali is here. I'll make it all clear to them. And then that's when I start drawing out the stick figures and they're like, oh my goodness, this guy's great. Weekend was boring. You slept and beat Sonic Adventure 2, that was it. I never played through Sonic Adventure 2. I've seen gameplay of it. Like I've watched let's plays of it, but I've never played it myself. Was it something that you played when you were younger? Is it a nostalgia game? It was not nostalgia, you just wanted to play it? Yeah, okay. Why? Oh, it's changed to airbrush. Freaking why? Oh, that's weird. Whatever. Yeah, okay. How was it? Was it your first time playing it through? My I've started a nostalgia run of the Kingdom Hearts series, and it's been interesting. It's been interesting to say the least. It was your first time playing it? Yeah. Okay. Did you have any expectations going in, or it was good, but you think you preferred Adventure 1 because you felt Adventure 1 was more goofy? Really? Okay, that's the first time I'm hearing that logic applied. So you feel like Adventure 2 was like trying too hard to be cool? Adventure 2 was really good, so you did have high expectations? Yeah, okay. Collective information systems claim that stick figures are at least 30,000 years old. Well, yeah, it's because I tap into such a celebrated history of communication. I'm carrying on the tradition, you know? I think the tail needs to sit further down, given the perspective, and I think those rocks need to be further up. Same reason. Rick. Object. R. Boom. What? Why? Why is that applied to? Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay, good to know. If I use the selection tool, I'm not careful, I can select whatever layer I actually select. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Ooh, that's sitting better. That's sitting better. I'm a man of cave. True. I'm a man of many cave. Adventure 1 was just so bad it was really good. Adventure 2 was just a decent game. You just really like that game. Yeah, no, that's fair. As somebody who loves a good, terrible movie, I completely empathize. Many cave, greedy. True. Mahali is one thing, and that is greedy. True. Some men no have. Some men no have cave. Give them cave. Be good man of cave. But Bob, haven't you heard the idiom? Give a man a cave, and he'll eat well once. Teach a man to fish for caves, and that man won't go hungry for life. Is the classic idiom. So stupid. So stupid. But yes, my little nostalgia stint with Kingdom Hearts is going quite well. I played through 1 and 2. 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, 3, 5, like that whole era of Kingdom Hearts games. Just with like standard difficulty. Need to remember what the different brushes do. Yeah, okay, there we go. With standard difficulty. So this time around, I'm going through and I'm challenging. The plan is to challenge all of the games on the highest difficulties that are offered for each one. So for Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, it's Proud Mode. It's Proud Mode. Anything past Kingdom Hearts 1, I think Critical Mode becomes available, which is like even more difficult. But yeah, starting on Proud. And it's been really fun. But it's also been eye-opening as to how good/bad the game was, just based on my memory. One time fish in river, but found cave near fall of water is true once. Yeah, exactly, and that's where the idiom comes from. You remember your father teaching you how to fish for cave? It's a storied tradition. No, absolutely. Passed down through the generations. It's a skill that really oughtn't be forgotten. Welcome back. Wee woo. The plan is to have smaller clouds coming in through here as well, but I can wait. Bad images go away. Man of Cave return. Oh my goodness, yes. The era of bad advertisement image has come to an end. The era of Cave returns. There we go. Your father took you into the city to see it. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the marching caves. He said, "Man, when you grow up, wanting to live inside a cave, here is how you fish." Beautiful. I cry every time. Was I when a young boy? The illiteracy, it continues. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. Come on. B, B, B. B, V, B. No? Come on. I'm pressing the hotkey. Thank you. Break. Okay. More hair in water, methinks. Also, something else has changed because the perspective has changed on the water. The angle of the hair ought to change as well. Good catch, me. Me out cave shopping with Mrs. Cave, looking for a cave without stare for my young cave child. Oh my goodness. It's tough. It's tough, right? When shop for cave. Oh, the 3, Katie. I'm sorry to see it. How you doing? How's your weekend? Pay bone price or stick price? I tend to find bone price is more consistent. Stick price can be jumpy though, you know? My pencil wand is broken. It's leading to some funky things, that's for sure. Part of me thinks it might be my computer though, which would not be the most alien of observations, I think. That's the siren layer, really? Oh, okay. This one? Yeah, there we go. Take that to a blacksmith or an exorcist. Well, the plan is to order from one of the online blacksmiths and get new magic box components. Is the plan. I will be organizing that this week. I'm a little bit afraid of what'll happen in that regard, because I'm not sure. For example, with Clip Studio Paint, I've got a one device license for the program, right? If I'm changing a bunch of components in my computer, my Magic Box, at what point, it's a ship of Theseus, at what point does it become a new computer and I need to set up a new device with the account, you know? Motherboard. Well, I'm replacing the motherboard, so I presumably have to go through and rejig everything then. Good weekend. Been drawing like crazy. Have I been Mr. Harley? Good. I've been chilling. Mad chilling. I needed it. Had a pretty full-on weekend, so needed to take my time. I've got quite a few people visiting at the moment, so my hands have been quite full as of recent. Does the online blacksmith have any discount coupons? I'll be finding out pretty soon. I don't believe so. Maybe though. New motherboard, new computer. Yeah. So probably new computer. So I'll have to go through and be like, CSP, I know that I've licensed this computer, but about that. You go on online blacksmith, you click on little dancing cookie icon, you search for discount coupons. I tend to do it the good old fashioned way, where you click on the Googs, you go, excuse me Googs, any coupons for this particular company? And Googs goes, yeah, there are plenty of coupons for this particular company. Do you want coupons to do with this particular product? And I'm going, no, Googs, no, I very very specifically want just like an open-ended coupon, and then Googs goes, it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough to find open-ended coupons, and I go, brick you. I eventually find them though. You just swap where the license is a few times. You did it on your laptop and hated it, so swapped it back to your PC. Okay, so it is just a toggleable thing. Okay, I'll need to make sure that I do that before I tear my computer apart. Good to know, though. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Katie. Glad to hear that you had like a fun art weekend. Arting like crazy, quote unquote. Jealous. Just wanted to say little dancing cookie. No, that's more than fair enough. I empathize with your want. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Don't know how many times, but you don't need to contact them or anything. Yeah, that's fine. Like as long as I can, I'm fine with it. You know, I'll be a little bit worried if I was locked into the device, and then immediately needed to change my computer over. Arting and watching thriller movies, games has been lovely. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. One day when I was a young man, my father took me to see a marching band. Then got real intense about my future career prospects, about my caving intuition. Oh, dearie dear. Sorry, this is not where I was expecting the song to go at all. Currently having a lunch/dinner. You're eating chicken schnitzel with a spoon. I mean, color me whatever color jealous is. I would like spoon schnitzel right now. Too busy struggling with CSP. You're going to a show Thursday night in Melbourne for a surprise, so the week should be good also. Ooh. Time of year. Is it perhaps a D&D related show? Maybe. Perhaps. All your forks need to be washed? Yeah. I literally did the same thing with cereal the other day, but the opposite way around, where I was eating cereal with a little bit of degeneracy. I was eating cereal with a fork and then drank the milk. What have I become? I then got up onto the table on all fours and screeched at the ceiling. Sorry. You're a professional now. Keep it together. You've never been caving, but can you imagine getting stuck and then having a nap, and you wake up and you're still stuck, so you take another nap and you're still stuck, and it's like, oh well, I guess this is my life now. Well, it depends on how stuck you're talking. If it's like face down in a crack and there's limited oxygen, I think there'd only be a couple of iterations of that before it's lights out perma. But like if you're just stuck in like a big cave, yeah. Spelunking, yeah. Yep. Some of those videos are absolutely harrowing. I went down like a massive YouTube rabbit hole where I just binged a whole bunch of caving accidents. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It's just morbid curiosity, I guess. And they're just super messed up. They're awful. They go on to very matter-of-factly describe possibly the worst experience possible, and then they're like, yeah, and then they died, and it was awful. And it's like, oh, this feels great. I love this story. I feel as though we've gotten too complacent with feel-good stories. We should have more children's movies that end with just the character face down, stuck under a rock, and then they just explode. Really hit us with a bit of nihilism, you know? Yeah. Realism. Hey kids, there's no hope. Give up. Dear. It's awful. No, don't recommend caving videos. I mean, it's a fun bash, but there's a certain point where the nihilism kind of is a bit of overkill. More than anything, it's a good moral of the story. Don't go caving is basically what I learned from that binge is, hey Mahali, bouldering in a gym, lots of fun, really enjoyable. Bouldering in a cave, not so much. Real bad, actually. Never do it. Should end all kids' movies like Final Fantasy VII and just have a meteorite hit the planet. Hooray! We did! Everyone dead. Yeah, no, Katie, you are correct. Like, if you're familiar at all with like the Grimm's Brothers fairy tales, or like anything Edgar Allan Poe, these stories have a rich history in being super duper messed up. Steeped in depression. My favourite movie when you were growing up was about a fox and a hound who are friends. And then the hound is trying to kill the fox, and then one of them dies. You watch that over and over. Yeah, The Fox and the Hound. Yeah. I also watched it over and over. But I don't know. It's just a thing kids do. Is they'll latch onto a movie and be like, this one, I'm going to watch this one about 10 times before the week's up. Spelunking, fun to say, not fun to do. 100%, 110%. I think there's nothing wrong with with like exploring cave-like environments, but as soon as you're wriggling like a little snake person between like a roof and ceiling that has the forgiveness of like an envelope slot, at that point in time, I feel as though you're engaging in a little bit of self-destructive behavior. Just my take on it. Should def go caving. It's really fun. It's nice and cold. You can go gem hunting while I'm there. Yeah, no, that is fair. And if I've played Minecraft, which I have, there's a good chance that I'll get all sorts of rare earth materials. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're onto something there. Learnt a story, the story behind Corpse Bride today. That's messed up. Russian folklore, you think? Wait, Corpse Bride was based on a on a pre-existing folk story. Ooh, I should read up. Anastasia's great. Kids, right? Only kids. No, fair. I don't know. I just I hardly watch anything nowadays. Is the big thing. Oh, that's not entirely true. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If I were to replace the stuff that I watch on YouTube with like movies, I'd have a pretty repetitive track record, yeah. Not wrong. Anastasia's great. Love that movie. Historically, that family's all dead. 110%, yeah. Walking height, sure. Crawling, sure. Yeah. As soon as you go, oh, this is a bit squishy. Nope. Minecraft is for kids. Kids should go. That's the moral of the story, yeah. That's the big takeaway from playing a bit of Mojang Minecraft, is that, you know, squeezing into the ground is just a regular pastime for sure. Alt's life inspired a Russian folklore story. 17th century Jewish folktale called The Finger. The story tells of a man who accidentally marries the undead ghost of a murdered bride. The original folktale has a darker ending. Get the kids in the mines again. Yeah, 110%. Can we not lobby for child labour mine work again? Get the children in there, get the canaries in there, you know? Cultivate the cruelty again, that's what I say. Cave crawling is fun, but that's something you don't recommend anyone doing for long periods of time. It's gambling, you know? Like, it can be really fun, but the risks are really steep as well. So, like, as long as you're going into it informed that that's the risk that you're taking, like, it's entirely up to you. We're all adults, right? But would I do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Every one of those mining kids with like a pipe and a uniform, they look badass as all get out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring the fashion trend back. Oh, come on, kids. Give it a go. I was the coolest guy out there when I was working in the mines, and I reckon you'll love it too. The chimney sweep kids as well. Yeah. Get them all back in there. High mortality rate, high labor, children jobs. That's what I'm talking about. Don't clip it. Do not clip it. Ooh, we've got a little... Oh, we had a little bit of artifacting going on. That's funky. I imagine it's just local to the file. It's local to the preview, but as soon as I export it, all the artifacting would go away. I would hope. Okay, so that's all sorted now. Excellent. Glad to see it. Jump back to the rock layer. Start cleaning up the edge. Parents knew their kids weren't necessarily going to make it. They'd have more. Raise the fertility rate. Yeah, exactly. 2 canaries One boulder. So stupid. So stupid. Deary dear. Can use mining children to cull the overpopulation problem. True. Old days they didn't name kids till they were like a year old, just in case. We think we got there in terms of morbidity. Yeah. Freaking nailed it. Well done, everyone. Well done. We've done it. We've pun intended. We've hit rock bottom. Yay! Hooray! We did it. Freaking nailed it. Be a funny bit. Just never name your kid and see what happens. I'm just curious. What would happen. Oh, you get out there. Get out there into the world. Oi, you was actually my nickname in high school. For real. You just say no when they start writing down no. You say no. No, but more firmly with just like a hand on the pen. Just no. So stupid. It's so stupid. Oops. I reckon we can get like way out there with some of the hair coils. Really give that impression of like spilt oil, maybe, perhaps. You might as well see what happens when you don't name one of them, just as a fun little social experiment. Yeah. But you name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Then you pretend you lost one of them and file 11 messages. Wow. Epic prank. What do you mean I'm getting arrested? It was just a prank, bro. It was just a prank. A classic, harmless, missing children prank. Deary dear. Those words left my mouth. Epic government prank. Yeah, 110%. 110%. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can, because you have to legally document names, right? That's where the term legal name comes from. Hi Paradox, how you going? We're having a very stupid discussion about at the moment about it started with caving accidents, and then it turned into Minecraft, then it turned into why don't we put kids back into the mines, haha, lol, epic prank. And then now it's turned into missing children report pranks, where you name your children a bunch of numbers and then you miss out on one of the numbers and then you file them as a missing child. And then it's one of those like, can't prove it. Playing Dead by Daylight. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I've heard very good things. I've got a couple of friends who are really, really into it. It's the asymmetrical horror game, right? Where you've got one killer and then you've got the survivors. Sorry, Paradox. Sorry. That's why we don't name the kid. Ah, right. So you personally name the child. Okay. I'm seeing. I'm birth off the grid, sold your teeth, no social security. Right. But then how are you going to go for... I'm off the grid. Oops, I lost one of my children. Back on the grid again. Have a bunch of kids, hide them in other people's walls. They start to spell and eventually they open their walls. Is that a prank? Or is that just an antagonist in a horror film at that point? I feel as though you're just being a villain. They want you to be a cop now instead of the Air Force. Ooh, that's fun. It's a funny... Yeah, okay, if you say so. But yeah, Paradox. Sorry about that. I've got a couple of friends who are really into Dead by Daylight. It's the asymmetrical horror game, right? You've got one killer and you've got 4 survivors or something. How is it at the moment? I haven't heard anything from Dead by Daylight in a while. Horror movie filmed by a guy who thinks... I mean, that would be a really cool concept, actually, is essentially somebody of the YouTube mindset putting together like a prank show and not understanding where limits are. So then they just full on committing these massive atrocities in the name of shock value. It'd be interesting. It'd be a pretty pertinent commentary on where we're kind of at the moment as a society. They're doing a 2 killer versus 8 survivors even right now. Oh, okay. Can you pick like any 2 or a particular one's shackled? The police get called. This straight up just sounds like villain material. There's pranks, and then there's like super mega like uber crimes. Is this movie about you, Alt? Is this movie about a YouTube prank show host taking it too far? Is it about you? Based on a true story. Your favorite killers are Chucky, the Doctor, the Unknown, and the Houndmaster. Okay. And then, yeah, I was going to say, then there are like guest killers as well. Chucky, right? You're going to be playing the heck out of William Afton once he comes out next month. Ah, the purple guy from FNAF? Cool. Be a good idea, but you feel like there'd be a lot of dumbass IRL replicators. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Based on a true conversation. Oh my goodness. Terrifying. Villains are just pranksters that people must misunderstand. You mean... I mean, I suppose. If you think of it from their perspective, yeah. They're just trying to do relatively harmless pranks. Lock it in an airtight room. She has 1 hour to find it or a baby, or it's lights out. Yeah, no. Now these are just like super mega crimes. Yeah, no, I'm starting to feel as though, what's it? You guys are like the perfect people to write. Specifically, Bob and Alt. I'll get you on the writing team for this like YouTuber who goes to do epic pranks but is just doing the most horrendous crap ever. Jack the Ripper had a good bit go. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, the classic.
No, Jack the Ripper was really misunderstood. He was secretly super sexy and the best guy ever.
Classic. He made such Victorian lols. True. Lay epic prank. Guys, check this out. No, Jack the Ripper, no. Deary dear. So, sorry, back on topic for a second. Paradox. So you're saying that you can play as any. That's cool. That's cool. I do like it when games take their initial concept and kind of just try stuff with it. In this particular case being like, let's just double the format. That's cool. How does it play in comparison to the base mode? Lay epic 4chan post. Thanks for the gold, Lestranger. Tips Fedora. It's perfect. It's beautiful. Bit of a conversational tangent. Hold on to your butts, because we're about to veer like crazy. I started playing... I think I started this conversation before. I started playing Kingdom Hearts, specifically Final Mix, which was almost like a director's cut version of the game that came out a while after the initial launch of the game. And it was exclusive in Japan for the longest time, but then they did a re-release of it back just before Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out. Not just before, but just like in a period before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. So I'm playing through that at the moment, and I'm going through, and I'm basically I've got my wish list / bucket list thing of what would I like to have done in the original Kingdom Hearts game. As like a let's tackle this like 100% it, do all of the optional bosses, get like all of the Chivos, that sort of thing. Boom, 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 just knocking them out. And it's been really, really fun. I've gotten a good sense of like, this was a fun game. I really enjoyed it, and for good reason. It's a fun game even playing it now. But it's also been a good opportunity to like analyze how fun it actually is without the 8-year-old goggles on, or the nostalgia goggles on at the same time. And I've reached some interesting conclusions. repeating the dialogue from the start of the stream. I've run out of dialogue. No. It's I hadn't finished my thought on it because we got really interrupted by Minecraft shenanigans. Now what's happened is it's dawned on me just how much of the game is story doesn't progress unless you just so happen to walk into the spot that the game wants you to in order to advance the story. It doesn't give you any like, we really need to solve this problem, so if you head in this direction then maybe we'll blah blah blah, or like go through the, so let's, so if the level design for one of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts looks a little bit like this, where it's like starting area, then you move to here, then you move to here, then you move to here, right? You think that if you start in the starting area and then you go to the end, you'll eventually end up triggering a story checkpoint, right? Because there's like a sense of flow that you would anticipate that would be the case. But no. You get a story beat here. You're like, okay. You get a story beat here. Yeah, okay, all right. And then you go to here and there's no story beat. Secretly, there's a story beat off in a little secret area over here. So you need to go back to here, then to here. And then when you hit here, you're like, okay, where's the next story beat? Is it here? No. Next story beat is back here again. You're like, okay. So you go back there and you get the next story beat and you go, okay, aha, I see. You go from here and then you go to, no. You don't go to there. You go all the way back here for the next story beat. You're like, all right, so when do I go here? I don't understand. And then after all of the jumping around of like arbitrary, you need to be like in this particular spot to trigger the next story beat. Then eventually you go to the final area. It feels really weird. It's super eye-opening because I didn't pick up on it back when I first played the game. It just wasn't a thing that I considered. I guess back in the day it's just kind of, this is video games, I guess. But since I've played other video games, the sense of flow is all over the place. Really, really, really janky. I'm enjoying myself, don't get me wrong, but it feels awkward as all heck. Added your new not finished pages to Discord. Oh.
Let me see.
Oh my goodness. Katie. This is ridiculous. Look at this level of detail. You kidding? Relatively detailed skybox, but not too detailed to draw your attention away. Then it gets crispier and crispier, and then you've got these little hanging elements, all of this texture. Oh, beautiful. And then it all comes into crispy detail all in the foreground. And then I kind of love the house as it currently is. I don't anticipate that it'll stay like that. But I kind of love how, like, it almost looks like a memory type of deal. I'm not saying keep it as is, but it's looking amazing. It's looking absolutely amazing. Nature in your face. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then we've got this page as well. Boom. Oh, I love the little reaction shot. Yeah. And it looks super dynamic and flowy as well. This is the kind of flow and momentum that the first Kingdom Hearts game wishes that it had. Oh, and the draping. Oh. Beautiful. I'm sorry, this is my favorite. The rain as well. Oh, so good. So good. Maybe if there was a goth girl with some big honkers, you'd be more invested. I mean, yeah, but that's the thing about art, alt, is that it appeals to different people differently, you know? Max Payne? Joining on Mahali trash... No. Not trash talking. Simply pointing out, like, a bit of nuance. So I've really been enjoying the game. I've been enjoying the difficulty. I've been enjoying... like the flow. This time around, playing Kingdom Hearts feels way less button mashy and way more deliberate in terms of like, okay, if I just mash buttons, I'm going to die to enemies. That's just gonna be a thing because I'm on like the more difficult mode. So therefore, what do? And I've got like that move where if you're standing on the ground and they're standing on the ground, you do like a dash slide over to them. It's like, okay, so I'm gonna pick my timing and my distance, dash slide over, and it feels more technical, which is really, really, really fun. I'm really, really, really enjoying it. But level design, a little bit all over the place in terms of like narrative flow from area to area. Like, do not get me started on Deep Jungle. Deep Jungle was a mess. Deep Jungle was a mess. It just got you to run around to the same places over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It was ridiculous. Running wet hair is hurting your breath. Yeah. As soon as you, agreed. So no honkers, potentially not alt, but I promise you that there is art out there for you. If you go looking, I reckon you'll find it. If that is your like die on hill. Have you all heard about Date Everything game? I have not. Tarzan World is absolutely the worst level. It was rough because I don't remember it being that bad. If anything, I had like positive recollections of like, oh, you did this, you did that, like fun little science experiment bit. You've got like the area where the white mushrooms spawn and that's fun, and like the area behind the waterfall, that's cool. I did not remember it being so like backtracky. Awful. You swear you heard Matt Mercer be like, hi, I'm your D20. My own personal Matt Mercer calls out the numbers. Oi, Matt Mercer. Roll yourself. Do a front roll. Never play Kingdom Hearts because you're not really a big Disney guy? If you're a real-time action RPG fan, it's a very good game. The Disney elements are present, but it's not like if you don't like Disney, you won't like the game. It's more like if you don't like fun. If you don't like, I don't know, like arena style combat games, probably won't like it. You wish to date the concept of a dating game in a dating game? I'm sure there's something meta out there for you. Probably. I mean, it sounds like what the dating everything game would be that sort of like self-awareness. You keep Matt Mercer in a cage, yeah? You have him roll dice for you when you need them. The next evolution of a dice tower. Incredible. I mean, you feed him though, right? You don't really like Disney either, but for whatever reason you love the games. Honestly, I don't think it's like a Disney thing. It's got Disney elements, but it's not like if you don't like Disney, you will not enjoy this game. It's not one-to-one. You feed him if he rolls one. Good job, Matt Mercer. Here, one cookie for you. for more spicy reasons. He rolls for your Smexy D&D games. Oh. Poor Matt Mercer. Poor Matt Mercer. For a really long time, because of the font, thought Disney was spelt Disnep. The P was silent. I honestly just for the longest time as a child just kind of took for granted that the Disney text was just was an abstract logo in the same way that like the Nike tick is, I guess. Because calligraphy was just beyond my little child brain. I remember it being just like world shattering when I figured out that when it dawned on me that no, it did actually say Disney. But yes, I'm very much so enjoying it so far. I'm at level, I think, 25 now. I've just unlocked the block ability, so I can now block damage. Because I decided to neglect the shield as my starting item. It's been fine though. It's been fine. Like incredibly manageable without block. Like dodge roll has been all of the block that I need up until now. I chose the sword as my main item and kept magic around. Like Monsters Inc., but other than that, can't think of a single Disney movie you like. I would recommend to you Treasure Planet as a good one. That I think is like the least Disney. Treasure Planet is really, really, really good. What's another really, really, really good one? I personally really like the music of Moana, but that's just because I'm a music nerd. So there's that. Surely there are more. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a really, really, really good one. Really enjoy Ratatouille. Pinocchio's a easy favorite for you. The whole movie's so cursed. I really enjoyed the Pinocchio movie by Guillermo del Toro that came out, I want to say last year. Co-directed by Guillermo del Toro and Mark Gustafsson. It's this one. This Pinocchio. Mermaid. Chuck it in here. This Pinocchio. The stop motion one. Super duper cursed. I loved it. The music wasn't great. I didn't like the music because it is a musical. But literally everything else about it, I loved. They filled it to the brim with auto-tune, and it wasn't particularly clever or like harmonically pleasing or anything like. And it wasn't even like it was intentionally done in a grating way because it was trying to say something. Like, it wasn't even that. It's just, it wasn't very well written. Didn't like the music. Everything else, loved. Absolutely loved about it. Treasure Planet, they've got a whole planet for that. True. Documentary on Disney's Vault. Seen Ratatouille, that was okay. You enjoyed it more than other Disney movies, but still wouldn't rewatch it. No, that's fair. That's fair. There'd be more. I'd need to think about it. I would recommend Treasure Planet for you, though. I reckon you'd enjoy it. A war theme over it or something. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really, really, really cool. What's the one where... But Father... Yeah, that's... Pinocchio, A True Story, I think is the name. It was a Russian animation that was localized in the US, and they chose Pauly Shore to be the voice of Pinocchio. It was an interesting choice, but we did end up getting some really incredible memes from it. There's the "Father, when can I leave and be on my own?" line was amazing, and then the one that I quote all the time is where he enters, where somebody goes, "Who is it?" and he opens the door and goes, "It's just me." I quote that constantly whenever I walk into a room. I announce my presence by going, "It's just me." Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Having no understanding of the permanence of death. It's incredible. It's incredible. And then they do like a more biblically accurate representation of the blue fairy, and it's awesome. It's so cool. Really, really, really cool. A True Story. There's a real wooden boy. Correct. Yeah. That's the only Pinocchio movie you've seen. You like that movie? There you go. Boom. Boom. I don't. I already have the best viewers. Piss off, bot. Get out of here. Easy done. 3 for 3 on Cursed Pinocchio media, all for different reasons. True actually. Believe it or not, there are more Cursed Pinocchio movies as well. There was a live action one. And sorry, of course. There's also the live action Disney one, which is also cursed. Because it's trying to be super innocent, but there's just supreme degrees of uncanny valley going on. There are more Pinocchio movies that I didn't know about. There's one that came out in 2019 with a little child dressed up as a wooden boy. Oh my goodness, that's cursed as all heck. Oh, it just gets worse. There was one that came out, I want to say about 30 years ago, where a man in his 30s or 40s played Pinocchio, the puppet, but was straight up just a guy in a costume. Didn't even look like wood. He just had the white powder on his face and the little rosy cheeks. And he played Pinocchio. It has such a history of just the worst creative decisions of all time. Why Pinocchio specifically? It is what it is. You like the one with the... like the one with the cricket that externalizes the wooden boy conscience, and it is heavily implied he would be a bastard man without the cricket. Isn't that most of them? You like Pinocchio, a true story, but isn't that one based on the Italian book and not the Disney stuff? I don't believe so, because I think the Disney one is closer to the material than the true story one is. Actually, no, that might not be true. That might be why they've called it a true story, is because they tried to base it more closely on the book. Setting a whale on fire from the inside horrified you as a kid? Understandably so. Completely understandably so. Long hair floating on water surface. Okay, I'll spend a little bit more time looking for this image, but if I can't find a good reference for it, I'm just going to go ahead with doing the water highlights, I think. If anything, I'm getting the impression that I just need more hair. More. Welcome back. Because the conscience is a gift from God and atheists reject it. So they can sin, as we all know. Obviously. Yeah. Pinocchio has often been used for strange metaphors. I haven't played DBD Paradox, but if I had to say, like, or which villain would I want to play as, Chucky would be interesting, I think. It'd be an interesting experience. Long time sinner, first time caller. Okay, let's start working on the reflections and see where we go from there. Okay, moon is there, so we're going to have basically the edges of the reflection, if anything. I don't hate that either, because we want the siren to be the central figure, and if we had a really vivid, distinct, bright spot illuminated on the water, so like there over on the left, it would be really quite distracting. Whereas if it's like off to the side of the head that we're trying to look at anyway, I reckon that works perfectly. Something else I want to introduce are little gaps in the waves where it implies that you've got like sections of water that are lurching. You want light rays peeking out of the rocks in the background. I want light rays to be peeking out behind the head of the siren. Yeah. Just a heads up, I won't be going too much longer. Because I had energy for stream today, but just not a full whammy. So thanks for hanging out for my shorter stint. I appreciate the company. We came, we saw, we memed. My goodness, what was our conversation today? I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Oh. I got the... Oh. Oh, what's... I've got this to keep me waiting. I've forgotten the lyrics. Oh my goodness. I really enjoyed the Black Keys, actually. Black Keys. Lonely boy lyrics. I got a love that keeps me waiting. There we go. It's a love. Oh. I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Oh. Love a good Black Keys song. Fields, was it you who finished V Rising the other day? I'm so jealous. We're stuck in the Dracula fight because one, the Dracul fight is way more difficult with other people, and two, we're doing it on like the nightmare difficulty or whatever it's called. I've forgotten like the hardest difficulty, and it's just the worst. Not finished it. Gotten pretty far. Okay. The Dracul fight is let's just say it's tough. Very reminiscent of Sephiroth back in the day, but more difficult. Sephiroth felt this difficult back in the day, but I don't reckon I'd have as much trouble with the fight as I am with this. Thick Freakiness is your favorite for them. What would be my favorite? Lonely was pretty good. Gold on the Ceiling is up there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go and listen to all their albums again. Oh no. He's waiting for his planet destroying attack animation to end. I think the difficult part of Sephiroth for me was getting over the stage fright of having to run up to him and whack him while he's trying to destroy your soul. Because he spends so much of the fight running away from him that the idea of running at him is just terrifying. KH1. I don't remember struggling with KH2 Sephiroth as much, just because I think I was quite overleveled at the time for the fight. Yeah. The Platinum Cup, I think it was. When they beat Sephiroth into once a few years ago on Critical and felt years of childhood rage dissipate. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that because I'm going through and challenging all the games on their highest difficulties, I reckon it'll, like, I'll scratch that itch of how would it feel to XY. XYZ, kind of get all of those what ifs sorted. It'll be the most satisfying way of going into 3, I think, is to completely clear the slate on all the other games. Yeah, that's the plan. Aw, Petsequel. I will say I do have, speaking of plans, I have it set up now, thanks to Billy, to where I can hear the cheer sound now on my end instead of being surprised by the notification. Cheers, everybody. What was I saying? Your drink is crunchy, like with ice crunchy, or is it not a drink at all? Is it like a handful of almonds or something? A delicious and refreshing cup of almonds. Passion fruit. So, yeah, okay, there you go. There you go. So I haven't done all the data fights in 2. There's also a Birth by Sleep boss in 2 that you didn't do. Is that the Terra fight on the battlefield that you teleport to? I remember seeing footage of that. Sorry, I know it's not the actual Terra fight, because it's just the haunted armor or whatever. Yeah. But I remember seeing footage of that on YouTube. I want to say, like, God, it should have been like 15 years ago or something, and just going, oh my goodness, what the frick? Because this was before Birth by Sleep came out. Final Mix Plus, Final Mix Plus was released before Birth by Sleep, so like people had no idea what this like random set of armor in the middle of a battlefield was. It was kind of their like Easter egg as to what was coming. Yeah. Yep. So I'm excited as all heck to go through and do all of the secret fights and stuff. Okay, at the horizon where the light hits, it needs to be thinner. It needs to be thinner than it currently is, because that's how I'm communicating the distance, right? I'm communicating that this little stream of light is the same thickness as that stream of light up towards the foreground, but because it's closer to the foreground, it appears larger, and I need to emphasize that, or else it's not going to come across in the way that I need it to. All the FM versions were from... Yeah. Now play the entirety of Union X mobile game. Is so not worth the time. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna play through 358. I mean, I could if I really wanted to. I've got a 2DS. I've got the game, so I could if I wanted to. Regardless, I'm not gonna play through that. I'm not gonna play through Coded. I'm not gonna play like Symphony of Melodies or whatever it's called. None of the super duper extra stuff. It's a thing I could do eventually, but at least for now, no intention to do so. You made the joke as the unknown, as you pick. I've just realized that my headset is on backwards. As you picked up a fallen survivor, you're my friend now. We're having sub tacos later. Oh my goodness. Just a super, a super tender moment in the middle of all the horror. Incredible. Could you imagine just halfway through like a thriller slasher, like terrifying horror movie, just Freddy Krueger leaning down, but, oh dude, I've just realized. Completely wrong person. I'm so sorry. Completely mistook you for somebody else. Dude, here, let me help you up. Up onto your feet. There you go. Man, what are the... That's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry about your friends. Like, bygones be bygones. You want to grab a burger or something? I would like a new gen remake, but the game, in your opinion, wasn't very fun. I enjoyed 358 quite a bit, but I'm not sure if that was because of the game or if I just enjoyed the novelty of playing a KH game on portable, on a system that I really enjoyed using, which was the DS. Like, maybe it was just like a comfort with the console, therefore I enjoyed the game more than maybe I should have. I'll see if I come around to it. Hearing right to left. Yeah. Yep. The big tip off though was that I had the cable coming out of the right side of my headset. If you know what the unknown looks like, you can ooh. To the Googs. Goog, can you let me know what DBD unknown looks like, please? That's incredible. Oh, hey man, how's it going? The best mats to play him on are ones with tall grass, because Chucky is short and he can be difficult to approach. literally shark in water behavior. Can't go shortening it to Goog. What's wrong with Goog? Is it a bad thing? Is it a bad thing I don't know about? Well, according to Urban Dictionary, Goog or Googs is a quick access way of referring to Google. I'm not in the wrong. Urban Dictionary told me. It's just because you're not hip and with the times. Fields, sorry to say, it's because I'm so trendy. You see me around the same... Well, we probably are. We probably are. I just enjoy whipping out the "Hello, fellow kids" meme whenever I possibly can. It's too funny. Hi, Fish. How you going, bud? It's been ages. How you going? What have you been up to? Hope you're doing well. I'm currently working on Mermaid. She's taking a dip and encouraging people to join her because of how fun and refreshing the water is. Guys, the water's warm. It's nice. Come on in. You're I don't think so. I don't think you're a terrible person, Fish. Skipping rocks at a ranged fight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is a grappler type, isn't it? She's a Zangief. Look at her coming in to hit you with the the command grab. That's the term. No, stop running. Fish, I don't believe you to be a bad person. Maybe there's information that you know that I don't, but... I reckon you're fine. We were just joking about some of the most horrendous stuff earlier, so if anything, we're all bad people. Dearie dear. Your dad and mine are like 2 years younger than you. I mean, not great. But given how like schooling ages work and like how graduation works, it's that whole thing is all messy and stuff. The internet has taken to calling Subarus Subaruus. Incredible. Yes. Excuse me, yes. You seen the area in your head? I mean, that's... See? And that's why you're not a terrible person, right? Is adjusting, you know? The submarine. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, do you want to take a drive in my Subaru? Oh, dearie dear. Dearie dear. Why is the internet like this? And also, I kind of love it. I'm submersive and breathable. Oh no. Awful. Absolutely awful. Airplane. Why do I keep getting kicked off public transport? Oh no, it's the Uwu guy. It's the Uwu guy again. Get him out of here. Get him out. You're an adult if you say so, Fields. Not with that behavior. Hi, authorities. I'd like to report my chat as a whole. They're being a bunch of weirdos. Yeah, like the whole police, please. Like all of them. I want to take a ride on your sub, Uwu. Oh, dearie dear. Thomas the Twank Engine. Oh my, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The tank engine goes toot toot. Can't keep getting away with this. Saw memes of Freddie Mercury going, Mama, ooh, ooh. No. No. Crimes. Actual crimes for real. We can't advertise as doing crimes here. That's going to do awfully for business. Can you imagine trying to get people to visit the tavern if the slogan is, "Welcome to the Artsy Tavern, we do crimes"? That's about right. Sorry about that, Cloud. You will get your redemption, I believe. Didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, party on, party on. 'Cause partying really matters. Oh, fun ads. Yeah, unfortunately with the timing. Sketching over someone else's art as we speak. True. I am. I bought the best that money could buy off of Fiverr. Is that the name of the service? It's legitimately a thing where people go to like op shops and stuff, find where people have given away artwork and they draw over it. It's pretty interesting what some of the results are. Hi Red. Hi Cloud, properly this time. Not stuck behind ads. How you going, bud? There was a player who was called Implied Trash 655 in your last round. You don't know whether to laugh or cry. Oh no. What was their performance like? Did they dead or daylight? Drawing over art is just like doing a cover. Yeah, exactly. Especially if like the artwork's been given away, I feel as though breathing new life into it is absolutely a thing that you like. If the artist has sold the artwork at that point, it's complicated, right? If there was like an agreement with the client, like not to meddle with the artwork, then that's one thing. But usually canvas art like that. There's an understanding that the client can kind of do whatever they want with the product. So as soon as it goes into op shopping, I think it's open for like sort of alteration and collage work at that point. There's a YouTuber called Jazza. He's quite popular, so you've probably heard of him before. And he does have like a series of videos where he goes to op shops, finds a bunch of given away canvases and does go through and like adds elements to them. It's really, really cool. Hey, going rad. Hi. How's your weekend? You horrid. Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry to hear it. I'm doing okay. Yesterday was a bit rough, but doing a lot better today. Doing a lot better. Survivors won that round as a whole, but you think that one time? Oh no. Paying attention specifically who you got, as long as they remained hooked. Well, I mean, as is the lifestyle of the hunter. Do you get to choose if you're one of the villains or a survivor, or is it just randomly assigned? You did do a thing with some friends where you all submitted your art to each other and did renditions of it with whatever creative liberty they wanted to add. Ooh, that's fun. I mean, we're talking about potentially doing that with the next stream collaboration with whoever we get on. Just sort of passing artwork back and forth and doing alterations. Like Roadhog from Overwatch? Yeah, think of all of the villains in Dead by Daylight as Roadhog from Overwatch. That's a good way of thinking of it. Yeah, probably. Working on a project for an interview. You have 7 days to go, to do it. It's doable. Hope you get the job. You got this. You got this. It's a nice chunk of time to put it together. I'm glad you do have a bit of run up. The map is random. You can choose killer or survivor. I don't play DBD, but Paradox has been playing it. I'm slowly getting a sense of how it plays. Never played Overwatch, so you don't know what kind of playstyle Roadhog is. He goes around and nabs people from range with a hook. It's not exactly the same kind of playstyle, but when you said that you hook people with Dead by Daylight, it's immediately what came to mind. Fishing, yeah, kind of like fishing. Yeah, I suppose. Hooks in the map. You stab a survivor twice, pick them up off the ground, carry them to struggle to as they struggle to a hook, then hook them like a piece of meat in a pantry. Oh, that's nice. Lovely piece of inventory. Just adding them to the kitchen. The entity comes down and yoinks them and eats them. Oh, right. So there's like something you're sacrificing to. Interesting. That's how you want to. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The entity? Nope. Straight nope on that one. Absolute nope on that one. Sacrifice the survivors. The survivors are trying to turn on generators to open the escape door. Okay. So everybody has their objectives and then it's straight into like cat and mouse gameplay. Cool. I like that the survivors have an objective outside of just staying alive because it gives you something kind of proactive to do. I do like that. Because it makes it that much more satisfying when you do nab the survivors. If they're like, no, there was only one more generator, frick. I was only 2 days away from retirement. Don't want to serve in death. I mean, if the way through to that, if the little entryway that like you need to be this tall to ride is through the mouth of like some sort of cosmic entity, it doesn't seem too appealing. No. Death by Eldritch Being would be metal as an... Oh, this is true. This is true. Oh. Make an event of it. Have like fireworks going off. He's doing a Five Nights at Freddy's collab next month and you're hyped. Nice. Can you play as the animatronics? That would be metal as all heck. Running after people is just like clunk, 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 clunk. Ah, that'd be awesome actually. Now that you say it. More like a more? Ah, okay. You're winning me over. A more, you say? Tell me more. Stupid. Okay. Need... We'll need, yeah, okay. So grab that yellow tone, start to lighten it. And then I think I need a layer on top in order to layer the reflections. Freaking, how do I add vector layer? No, new raster layer. There we go. And then if I double tap there, yes, I can rename. Excellent. Top reflections. To everyone who wasn't here at the start, if it seems like I'm in Struggle Town, that is entirely the case, because I've recently, as of this weekend, shifted over to CSP as my illustration software of choice. And that's leading to quite a bit of a learning curve. It's not too bad because it does share a lot of similarities with Photoshop, so I'm not whinging per se, but at the same time, it means that I'm having to like relearn stuff. Join the swarm, the hive beckons. Yes! Springtrap is the only new killer, though there is a skin of Matthew Lillard, William Afton. Ah, cool. Springtrap is a good addition, though. My only concern would have been if it was like just Purple Guy, but if it is like full-on Springtrap, I think that's like a lot cooler for that kind of environment, I think. Getting a hood driven through your torso would be the disqualifying part, but to each their own. No. I've always wanted to get my ears pierced. It's much of a sameness, surely. It's not true. Not true. I don't think I'd want my ears pierced. But hey, we'll see. Life is a roller coaster, and sometimes at the end of the roller coaster, you get your ears pierced. Sometimes partway through. What were we talking about again? That's right, I love roller coasters. In real life, your lung would have been perforated, or your jugular. Yeah. I mean, but obviously in horror movies, unless it's the most creative of death scenes, characters never die. We know this. We know this to be true. Ears, yes, that would be cool. Puncturing a lung could and most likely would result in that. Yeah, but like, think of the fashion statement. End the stream while your brain shutting down. It's getting pretty awful. I did promise half stream, and we've hit the 2 hours and 15 mark, so I probably will start wrapping up in the next few minutes. I got my ears. Yeah. High octane fashion experience. Metal as all heck. Yeah. And I don't regret it too, I promise. Okay. Oh, the 16. The 16's not bad. How you going, Bebop? You're doing it again. Pixel art. Nice. What's the project this time? What's the project? 15 ain't bad. 7 is, but it's a lucky number at least. I at least lie to myself whenever I get a 7. I go, you know what? 7, if you think about it, pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Lucky number 7. It's the number that appears on those slot machines. Pretty good. Music reminds you of the Trine games. Yeah, I can hear that. Yep. I had a lot of fun with the Trine games actually. Completed four all the way through, and completed most of Trine 1 as well. I do have the full collection, so the plan is to get back into it. We'll see once once I make it through the Kingdom Hearts gauntlet. We'll see if we return to the Trine games. Is the new one worth it? Trine 4 was really fun. I really enjoyed Trine 4. It was nice. But then again, I don't have the other 3 to be able to compare to, so I wouldn't be able to say if it's better or worse, but I enjoyed myself. Ascent progress, it's at 25% complete, so it's going to be hard to tell right now. That's okay. 25 is still quite a bit. Oh! I mean, the colours are coming along, and you've got some really good shapes going as well. What appears to be fabric, maybe? Maybe a dress? As you said, difficult to tell, but the shapes of the shadows are really clean, so I can imagine the kind of detail that you're going to be able to get when it's fully done. It's coming along. It's a bit of robe and bed sheets. Yeah, there you go. Boom. You've got Trine 2. You'd really like to play it with some people, though. Don't mind soloing the Trine games, though. Is it cross-platform, is the question. Trine cross-platform. I don't think so. Trine 5. Oh, there's a 5th one? Okay, Trine 5 has cross-platform. Not the case with the previous ones, though. Unfortunately. Yeah, so Trine 4 I really enjoyed. I haven't tried Trine 5, so I can't speak to that one. Enjoyed Trine 4, though. Okay, now we go through and we're adding in water texture. I imagine this will be the thing that takes the most amount of time. I'll add more to the rocky section over on the left as well. But that can wait. What if I were to switch to this brush? Add a little bit of yellow. it like a glow effect on the horizon? Yeah, okay, something like that. All right, what do we do next time? Next time, I think we go through and we add highlights across the foreground a little bit here. Maybe some hair illumination. I think we have to commit to backlighting the hair, given how direct the moonlight direction is onto the back of the head. Yeah, I've got it on. I've got it on the Switch. For moi. Illuminate the top of the head a little bit more as well. Mostly just lighting at this point. A little bit more illumination on the rock there. And then what I really want to do is I want to start bringing in some of these sky hues into a little bit more of the environment. But that can wait. A little bit. Yeah, like some of that gnarly cyan into the water there as well. It's coming along. A little bit distracted today. Plus, it was a half session, so I can forgive myself at least a little bit. There we go. Boom. That's me done for today. Let's see. Is there someone online? Ooh. There is a Bebop who is presumably going to be doing his pixel arts. Yeah, got Bebop working on... I mean, we were talking about Minecraft before, right? Let's head over to Bebop, shall we? Didn't know Trine on Switch. You might pick it up. Handheld Trine would be fun. Yeah, that's what I found, is that handheld Trine is quite enjoyable. Plus, with it being console, just like couch Trine as well is also really chill. So I enjoyed it very much so in that format. Right. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hope you had fun. I know things got a little bit ridiculous, but we held we held in there. Pieces coming along. Bit of slow progress today, but that's fine. Getting back into it. Slow start to the week. The details for Saturday should be up on the Discord a little bit later today, so feel free to check that out when that goes up. Otherwise, usual routine for the rest of the week. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. I'll catch you later. Bye, everyone. Have a good one.